Hello, welcome to Chance Fox Media Podcast, where we discuss real stories, leadership, businesses, and ideas that are shaping our future. Yeah, I'm your host, Chance Career. Let us into authentic conversation. Today, today we are going to talk about patriotism. So most of this, I'll speak with my experience from my upbringing. So most of the things I'll speak uh, from what I've seen. So some of the things that I'm going to discuss here or to talk, you might not even see like it's necessary, you know. Yeah, because it just happened to you guys automatically. But to our side, it's something that we need to address so that other people can learn from it because there's a lot of things that is happening in my country, Malawi. So mostly what I'm going to talk here is about my country, Malawi. So yeah, you can keep in touch. We can learn about this patriotism. I had some few topics that I underlined before I came here. Some very few topics. You know? Yeah. So the main theme for today's message is about awareness about yourself and awareness about your country. Um, why you belong to a certain country and why you have to protect your country, all such things. What's your duty in the country, you know, all this, and why you have to protect your country. So these are the small things that we are going to be discussing here, and why your participation matters most in the country. Because I say to my country, most people they don't know that they participate in the matters of government or for the matters of for the development of the country. They know that they always take parts, you know, but they don't know that any action that they take or what they do, it affects the nation, you know, it affects the nation. But because they don't know that they're also participating for the development of the country, they just do it, they just do it. At the end, it their action start declining the development. Then later on, they start getting um the consequences, but they still don't realize it. They end up blaming the government, but it was their small action that leads there, you know. So what we have already started discussing, we'll keep we'll talk on how someone can be aware of this and how can avoid to make some of these mistakes. But according to my book here, I think I started how can someone, yeah, we'll start with I'll start with some like a question, like uh, like a question actually. How can we make a strong country? How can our country become strong? This is the thing. This is the first question that we need to answer. You know. So once we answer this question, is going to help us on how we can do other things. According to my book here, how we can make our country strong that everyone knows, like, this is my country, and they have to protect it at all costs. Not only protect, but even to develop it at all costs. What can make people reach that level? So it means there's a way on how what we need to do, uh, to make people reach that level, to make people realize that this is our country, and for us to make our country strong, we need to do like this, like other nation, like this European nation, Russia, China, or Asia, even Middle East, all these areas. Their countries are very strong militarily, economically. What was their secret? The main secret is that they realize themselves who they are, and they knew that they don't have any other choice. They don't have another country apart from their country. So if they don't have that choice, what should they do? The only thing that can help them is developing their own country, is by making their country strong. And this comes when someone realizes it. To be honest, most of my country people, yeah, they know that they belong to Malawi, but they don't know why they belong to Malawi. And some of them, they don't even know that there are other nations. They don't even know that there are other countries outside there. You know, they just know it, that this is my country. I was born here. Yeah, you know. So once it comes to development, they don't know that since this is my country, if I can participate in this way, I can help my country. That level, most people they don't know. But how are they going to know? First part that we have to do right is to start teaching one another, teaching people. I think this is how I like. Teach people how to love their country. This is how we can make a strong country. Teach people how to love their country. And how can you teach people to love their country? Is by making them realize that this is the land that you were born in, and you don't have another land. So it's like your house. This is your house, right? You sleep there. If you keep your house dirty, it means you will be sleeping in a smelling house. But if you don't want to stay in a smelling house, you have to clean it, so that you can enjoy the good environment. Same thing, it applies to a country. This is your country. How can you enjoy in your country? Then you start doing what is needed, protecting it, developing it, and do what is necessary that will make you feel good, not suffer. you know so you start showing people, you start teaching people about it. It's part of patriotism. Teach people how this country mean to them. You have to teach them as well, like, if they get attacked, other people from another country, they attack their country, they have to know that they are losing their identity. They are losing their identity. They will never have a land like the way they had, and they will never have freedom like the way they had. So because of this, they have to make sure that anything that the people in the country are doing, they have to make sure that it's also protecting their country. It's for their own sake. Because if they fail to do that, they are risking their life. You know, it's like you are building a house. We are building a house. This is the area that you know that this side. Okay, you just build your house, then you live. You didn't put anything on the windows. You build your house, there's no door. Anything can come in. Anything can come, can do whatever. It can even injure you, even kill you, because there's no defense there. There's nothing that is protecting you. Even those wild animals can come and kill you inside your house because there's no defense. It also applies to the country. It also applies to our country. You people who are living in the country have to make sure that we are living here, but we have to know that if we can get attacked. So if we can get attacked, then we have to, while we are living in this country, we have to make sure that we are also doing what to protect us. You see? So it will be like automatically you'll be at an alert. Like you start doing things automatically that will protect you. It will protect you automatically. So if you say in a house, that house there's no windows open, even rain. If you say that who can invade us, who can attack us? What about rain? It's natural. It can affect you, floods whatsoever. So everything that we have, we need to be doing, it should be something that will protect us at the end. And this is some of the things that we have to be teaching our people. As long as we keep on teaching our people will be realizing that what is the meaning of a country to them. As I said, most people in my country, they know that they're staying in Malawi. And some of them, they don't even know why their country is called Malawi. And they don't know, some of them, they don't know that this is a country. They don't know. They're just living in there. So this state where we are is very dangerous. It's not a good one. But we can prevent this by teaching them. They will realize that, oh, okay. So if you say that this is I have to do this is your country, then it's obvious. They'll ask, so what do I need to do to this country? Because they have to take the country like their own house. You have to take a country like your own house. You have to know that this house of mine, if I don't look after it, if I don't put a protective fence or whatsoever, I'm going to be attacked. So I have to do anything that is to protect it. Okay, this house, I have to make sure that this house, I cannot allow it leaking whatsoever, or rubbish all everywhere. You know that if you do like that, your house will be like a rubbish, where they throw dirty. Your house will be smelling. So do you want to live in a smelling house? No. You see, you don't want to stay in a smelling house. So what you will do, you start cleaning your own house. You see, you start cleaning your own house to avoid smell. Same thing as applies to the nation. As I said, take your country like your own house. That if I don't look after it, someone who wants to look after it will take it over. And once they take it over, you'll be the one suffering. Because you will not have anywhere to go. See? So we take our country like your own house. Like the way you are thinking, like at your house, like, if I wish I had this in my house. Think like that, if we had this in our country, it could be useful. So you have to work on that. So the people have to know that they will never have another country apart from this country. These are the initiative. They're already there. In our country, they were already there. But because of this multi-party, people, they start losing identity. They start losing, they start disconnecting themselves from reality. Instead of providing the right information, they end up providing false information just to benefit from political benefits. You know, they end up killing uh, the spirit of love for the country. They end up killing like that. We have this is our former first president of Malawi. It's called Dr. Hastings Kamsubana. All these initiatives that I'm talking here, it was there in place. You know, everyone was being taught about the country. It was called patriotism. You teach people about patriotism, not only in school. You know, once schools are closed on those small periods, holiday period, people, the students, they mustn't just stand, move around. That period, you can take them and teach them something else apart from what they are learning from school on that period. This is what he was doing. There was um, some youth initiatives to develop youth. You know, it was looked like it was unnecessary, but it was very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. And those people who doesn't know how to read, how to count, he also opened, he started with this initiation to teach those people, all the people who doesn't know how to read. He was calling it schools akwacha. You know, what he was trying to do, he was just trying to improve every Malawian to realize at all cost. You know, so on these programs is where he was teaching people about patriotism. You know, patriotism in Malawi was very, very strong in early 2000, 1990s, very, very strong. And because of that spirit, people, they were working hard for their country. You know, because they know they had all this. They were working hard for their country. But this thing started going down, down, down. And by then things were going well in the country. But because patriotism started going down, it's when immoral decay started getting into the country. You see, I want to go deeper on that. And why people, they have to know, I think I talked about this already. You know, it's because people now, they had no knowledge about their country. They don't know in their country. You will find that why I'm saying like this, and why this youth and all the people initiatives, they were important. By then you will find that anyone, every adult knows how to sing a national anthem. Every youth knows how to sing a national anthem of the country. But right now, you find that someone is 18 years, even a high school student, he doesn't even know how to sing a national anthem. You know, and you can't blame us, you can't blame youth, you can't blame a student. This is for the government. We can blame government for this. We can surely blame government for this. As I said, during Hastings comes ban, all this initiative was in place. You find that a youth, he know how to sing a national anthem. That was his identity. That was the identity. If you don't know how to sing your national anthem, it means you don't know your identity. You know, you don't know where you belong. But as Malawian, we have to realize that we have to teach our youth how to sing our national anthem. This is the beginning of pride. So most Malawian, we don't have pride. Most of Malawian, we don't have pride. Mostly, this is also the reason why you find that most Malawian, they don't support local things. They only support international things outside of their countries. What they support most, they don't support something that is inside the country. You know, because they don't know their identity. They don't have pride, and they don't know how they can get it pride. So this pride they can only get from like these initiatives. You know, at school, there's too much curriculums these days. So we understand that we do not have enough time to start teaching our youth about national anthem, to go more deep on this patriotism, you know. But what about this period, holiday period? We can start some small program that we can take our youth out for the camp, you know, just to have a camp. If you teach like 20 people or 10, those are too much. You know, you take them out where there you start teaching about the country, how you can develop a country, you know, how you need to love your country. You teach about pride, about your country, you know. You start teaching them a national anthem of the country. Tell them that this is the first thing that you have to do. If anyone who doesn't know how to sing this national anthem, just know that person is a foreigner. You know, just know this person is a foreigner. And this is how you can identify. Those days, they were using national anthem to identify if you are a foreigner or not. And by then, we didn't have national IDs. They say, you say you're a Malawian, sing a national anthem. You find that person is failing. Then if you say you are a Malawian, how can you fail to sing a national anthem? You say, yeah, I'm really not a Malawian. You understand why they were using this? Because the initiatives were already there. Most youth, they were being taught how to sing a national anthem of the country. So most of them, they knew how to sing it. So if someone who doesn't belong to Malawi will not know, because will not be concentrating on our national anthem, he will be concentrating on his own national anthem. So it was also one way of getting people who are foreigner. But right now, a foreigner and a native Malawian, all of them, they're just the same. He doesn't know how to sing a national anthem. He doesn't know. He doesn't even think about it. He doesn't even know how important it is. You see, even right now, if let's say, if I can give an example, if Malawi can qualify for World Cup right now, you will find that Malawian, they'll be failing to sing a national anthem. They'll start feeling shy. And we have to, on this initiative, on these groups, on these clubs, is where we can teach people how to express themselves. We can teach people how to be men. You can teach people how to be women. You understand? You teach them what do they mean to the country. Now our youth are just growing up. They don't know that they're growing up, that the one they'll be responsible for the country. They don't know. They still keep their mind that that father is the one responsible. Peter Mutharika is the one is responsible for the country. But you can see now Peter Mutharika is 85 now. He's gonna be 86. He can't be responsible for our country. At the meantime, he's just reading us. But it doesn't mean he will read us for the rest of his life. His life is already at the end. You know, we can't keep on relying on him. As youth, we have to rise. The government now, they have to be busy teaching youth. Open these initiatives. Start teaching youth. We can open a lot of these small youth camps based on anything that you think like I can only do part of this. You teach people how they can, maybe they can make this, they can make their study, and tell them the good thing of it and what it means to Malawi, and how this thing that they're going to do is going to help the country. In all different categories, let us open these clubs that will help. Now there's no clubs, we don't even know. I don't know where we are going. We are losing, really, we are losing. You know, we are really losing. Everything is getting modern now. Not actually modern. There's a lot of countries that are in modern, but they don't forget their nature. They don't forget their nature. You see, they don't forget their nature. And this is also the very, very, very big reason. Very, very big reason. That start corruption. That facilitate corruption in the country. And all these organizations like Malawi Anti-Corruption Bureau, they don't talk about this. They don't know where, like right now, most of our leaders, they don't know where did we make a mistake. Where did we make a mistake? They don't realize it. But the main mistake is here. Most people, they do things for personal benefit. They don't do things for the country benefit. You see, this is the root cause. And how can we solve this problem? We can solve this problem. We can solve this problem by initiating all these youth clubs. This is how we are going to cancel and eliminate all this spirit that has been here. All the negligence that has been here. We can only remove this kind of immoral decay by starting teaching our youth in every category, any category, in any category. Now these days, youth, they don't even respect old people. And you know, why is happening like this? Why? Those youth, they don't even know why those old people are important to them. They don't even know. And who will make them know? If it's not you adults, if it's not the government, if the government is not taking part, who else gonna teach them? You know, we are growing. While we are growing, we are grooming our children, and we are paving a way for our children to go through, so that they mustn't struggle, because our children also will pave the way for others. You see, so those children that ones are going to be readers. Those youth now that the current readers. You see, so we have to make sure our people, our children, are being taught well. Not only in school. School cannot manage to do all this, because these days there's a lot of stuff that you need to be taught, that you need to learn. So school cannot handle all of this. You know, we mustn't waste time. We are wasting time. We are really wasting a lot of time. We are wasting a lot of time. You might say that, it's a holiday time. Why do you want me to go on these clubs, whatsoever? You might say like that because now you don't even know the benefit of it. You know, what you think, I'll get tired. You're not gonna get tired. And you don't need. You're not gonna get tired. How are you going to get tired? Are you going to be working? Just like this, doing something that it makes you busy? Choose. If you want to play football, these clubs that I'm talking about, this youth initiative is part of it. On those youth initiatives, even in soccer, you can teach people that, you are this, you are playing, you be the national team player. So you have to work hard. This is the starting point. In any category that you yourself you think, I can't waste my time. It's better for me to go and play soccer. While we are just talking about soccer, someone can open a small club or a youth initiative that is concerning there. You say, I like ladies. Okay, you like ladies. Someone will open a category, some initiative that will be teaching men, some youth, how to handle a lady, how to be men. So in every category that you yourself you think like, it will be wasting my time, you'll be there. Whatever you like. We need to open something in the country that people they can spend time with. I remember on my youth, there was a free computer. In our town, Karong, there was a free computer. Instead of youth messing around, let me go and play games there by computer. While they are going there, they start learning computer. You see, they start learning, but that program is not even there, no longer there. It's no longer there. So how are we grooming our youth or our children? Because this now is a computer age. We were on computer age, now we are turning into AI age. But there's nothing that we are copying. We are still behind. And we can no longer be behind by start teaching people about our patriotism. About patriotism. Why? You have to take part in the country. There's no patriotism that is being taught in our country. This is the reason. As I said, this anti-corruption bureau, they're saying there's too much corruption in our country, Malawi, and we don't know how we can get out of it. They start teaching something like something that has already been raped, like a mango. Like you see, this mango is already ripe. They are teaching how to peel a mango. Why don't you teach them how this mango reached here? The root cause of this mango to reach here. How was this mango formed? Okay, this mango was formed from this tree. How was this tree reach this? Firstly, we plant this tree. It was small. We were watering it. We were watering it. It grows after we are looking after it. From there, it starts producing these fruits. And for these fruits, we were also looking after it. Spraying some anti-pesticide, everything. Now it's this one. This is how we were protecting this. For us to have a good mango like this one. So you teach them how they can find good mango like that. You see? Not right now. You just say, for us to have a good development, we just need to do this. Something that is already there. Something that is like an overnight thing. It's not gonna help. Start with the root cause. How can you remove this? Start teaching youth. I know they started already these programs in school, but as I said, only in school it will not going to help. Start these small youth initiatives, like what our first president, Dr. Kamuzubanda, was doing. If someone wants to for agriculture, open those things, concentrate on that. Small people, they have money in Malawi. People, they have money. Major Bushiri, he can do a lot, and he's already doing it. What about this Mpinganjira? They have banks that are billionaires. They can help the country to do this. But I see the government is not working with them too much. I know they're working in another category, but not on this thing. But they can also provide a lot. You can see they're already providing in terms of football. They're already doing it. But you can also ask them that, don't only concentrate on this. This country were very, very poor. You can also concentrate on this. Right now, even tourism of Malawi is not even making money from indigenous people. They're not getting money from indigenous people. Why? People, they don't see it like it's necessary. They don't see it. They don't know. Why should I do that? You want to steal my money? Not because they want to steal my money. It's you are dumb. You don't know. You don't know that what you are giving or what you are doing is going to help the country, is going to help yourself. So if the indigenous people, the native one, doesn't do too much, and you are only expecting people from outside, someone have to make a plan. Hey, this holiday I have to go to Malawi. Then hey, come. So what if you change? What if you change, don't want to come to Malawi? Then tourism is dead. But tourism, even the indigenous people, you can make a lot of money from native Malawian, from tourism. You see, so corruption can be solved by starting these youth groups. You teach people about corruption, because right now most people, they do everything for personal benefit. Teach people for national benefit. Tell them, we are teaching you, whatever you be doing, do it for the nation benefit. Not like it's not going to benefit, but you have to do like what I'm doing. For example, I'm doing Chance Fox Media. You see this Chance Fox Media. First, it's like it's for personal benefit, but it's actually not for a personal benefit. This is actually for national benefits. How? I can employ a journalist to work in Chance Fox Media. It means that one is not me, it's someone else. As I'm helping him, it means he gets something, because he's also going to help other people. So he will start doing things that is going to benefit the country. Help one another. Not like, this one, no, I cannot. This one, I don't know him. It's not even my relative, this one. How can I get? No. We go based on knowledge. We do based on knowledge. Just know, like, if I partner with him, I'm going to develop. My life is going to be better. So this kind of mindset, we can only implement it and put it on our youth or on us by opening this youth initiatives from young children at every stage. Let there be some initiative that is the grooming these young ones at every stage. Is to help. So if you start teaching about patriotism, that corruption is something that is very, very bad. You start teaching someone when he is very young, corruption is not good. If someone is giving you money so that he can help you with something, no, that is not good. You start teaching the youth. If you are doing like that, it's like you tell them that the money that you wanted to buy medication, let's say you want to get a national ID. While we are going to get a national ID, someone there is asking you to give him money so that he can give you a national ID. The national ID that is for free. You need it. And it's not for sale. This national ID is not for sale. You don't need to give someone money to get it. You are a Malawian. So if someone is asking you to give him money, report him and deny, don't give him. Because if you give him, if someone gets sick, that money that you are supposed to buy medication, you give him, then you start struggling and you might even die, or your mother might even die. Because you give money to someone that you are not supposed to give. Or that money you are supposed to buy food and you give to someone and yourself you are hungry. It means that person is killing you. This is stealing from you. You see, you start teaching people all this. Whereas they're growing, they know that you corrupt. They know that corruption. You are stealing from me. Why do I need? And you have to make people. We have to make them realize that this thing you can pay, this thing you cannot pay. This thing you can pay, this thing you cannot pay. If you are in a problem, you can solve this problem in this way. to avoid corruption. You know, not like people, they don't know about corruption. They don't know the bad thing of corruption. And you say, if you see someone is doing corruption, call this number direct. You, the one who's going to receive that call, is already corrupt. He doesn't even know also the bad thing of corruption. So how is it going to work? Okay, leave that thing right there. The main thing that you can start focusing now, start teaching youth. It takes only 2 years, 5 years. If you teach every youth, every young children, in 5 years, you will see that we are going to eliminate corruption by 10, not 10, by 90%. Because all these ones that are growing, all these ones, and all these ones that are already here, they know the bad thing of corruption, and they know how corruption affects the country. Do you think you will be saying like, this corruption will never end? Corruption, corruption will never end, but we can reduce the amount of corruption. The percentage of corruption, we can reduce it. Corruption is something that is very, very secret. Do you understand? But why in our country, in Malawi, everyone is doing it? Corruption is only happening in corruption if, let's say, we want to buy weapons, right? We want to buy this ammunition, and you know that these ammunitions are not allowed. How are we gonna do? You see? Then you start bribing those officials to get those ammunition. Now it can only happen if this is the security company and this is government. Now this security company, they need maybe a permission. It's something that is not common. You know? So corruption should be, if we know we cannot elaborate corruption, but we should, let us make that corruption something not common in the country. Let everyone know that if he's doing it, everyone know that this thing is bad. If you get caught, you feel it, you get fired. Because everyone knows that you are degrading our country. Let us make everyone reach that level. You're doing corruption, you are degrading our country. Not because this kind of corruption that is happening there, that is happening in Malawi right now. What is happening in our country right now is that this person, he doesn't like this one, he is forcing him to do it. You see, he doesn't want. This one is forcing him. And this also, he have a force that is forcing that, what can I do? I don't have choice. But this is the only man I have. But say, you don't have a choice because this one he said, I cannot give you until you give me this. You know? Then you say, what can I do? You give. So it's this person who's forcing this one. This one doesn't want to do, but you are forcing. But this guy is aware that if this guy is asking me for money, there's a way that I can do. This guy can get caught and can get fired. This one will not force. You know, this one will not force. You see? Yeah. So we keep, I think right now, it's very easy for us, I think, to be solving these problems. We can solve all these problems. Our youth, we can start teaching people martial arts. In our country, let every youth teach them martial arts. If you are teaching people martial arts, you are not teaching people like to be labels. No. Martial arts is not about labels. Martial arts is about you are giving them to believe in themselves. You are disciplining them. They have to know how to discipline. If you say that teaching people martial arts is like a rebel, you are teaching them to be rebels, then why police officers are being taught martial arts? Why military are teaching them martial arts? because that is the one way on how those people they can be disciplined. Martial arts teach you discipline. You know, you teach people how they can be consistent. If you teach martial arts, it's like you are telling them that if you do one thing every time, you will master it and you will know it. So if you keep doing one thing every day, you will be the winner of it. This is what martial arts is doing. What if we teach them? You know, because what we are declining is what other countries, other developed countries, they are doing it most. What we say, no, we can't do this. It's very bad. This is what most developed countries are doing it most. Like it's something, it's a basic needs. You know, but we want it to be developed. Let us open up this thing. This time, everything is done online. It's very simple. Government, let's say, in every angle of government that people need service from government, let it be online. Yeah, let it be online. It will avoid corruption. It will really avoid corruption. Here in South Africa is also a corrupt country, but not everyone is doing corruption in this land. Everyone who is doing corruption, you know that what I'm doing is bad, and once I get caught, I'm going to feel it. Even the police officers, they know that. Even the traffic officers, they know that. Even the immigration, they know that. They know that. So no one plays around with corruption like doing it like normal. Huh? But you hear there's corruption in South Africa. Yeah, it's there. But it's not being done like there. Like someone cannot force you. Give me money. Otherwise, I'm not gonna do. How? Here we do corruption like you do corruption by appreciation. Let him do first that service that you want. Once he do it, then he say, thank you. Now it's for you. For you. Right? For you only. Not because he wanted that service he deny, then you pay him, then he gives to you. No. That service doesn't belong to that person. You have to know. All these government services doesn't belong to the people, to that guy who's providing it, or an official. It belongs to you, it belongs to him, it belongs to everyone. And him is just a worker who have to work to help someone. You see? Let him provide service. Based on his service, then you can tip. You can tip that person. And he mustn't think that it's a corruption. You just tipping him for good services that they have given you. Or just an appreciation. You know, as human, it's natural to appreciate. You know, so most people, they take this appreciation to collapse, to start using it. It's not good. It's not good. Be patriotic. Our country is suffering because there is no patriotism. And this is the cause of corruption. If you are patriotic, you will not think of doing corruption too much. You can do 2-3 times, you will think like, what I'm doing, I'm putting my children in problems. Because what I'm damaging right now. What about my children? You find a very old person, you start breaking it. He started breaking a road sign. He's rooting a road sign. What's wrong with him? What's wrong with this guy? He's rooting a road sign. And tomorrow, his own child, the car will bam. He said, hey, I lost my child. You're not okay. Why were you taking out that road sign? You know? And we have to teach our youth, young one, about this road sign. At school, they don't have too much time for this. But the government can open these books, small books, that they can distribute to this young one. According to the way they can understand it. You know? Then they know while they're still young, 2 years, 3 years. Oh, this is stop, this what, this what, this what. They know the good thing of road sign. All these categories, we tap on all these categories. In all this. So you will find that if you are being taught this and you not be like, you can't go and loot a road sign. And you can't go and break the bridge. You can't do that. You know the importance of it. But if you don't know, you do like you are a madman. We have to put everything in place that can avoid. We can also, like, every year we are getting cholera. Every year we are getting cholera. Every year we are getting cholera. Wow. Are we okay here? Are we really thinking? So do you think there's no way that we can prevent this cholera? There's too much ways, most. Why other countries are not facing cholera outbreak every year? Why? Like here in South Africa, there's no cholera outbreak. But also black people are here as well. Why? Why Europe doesn't face cholera outbreak? Why only in Malawi we are facing cholera outbreak every year and we take it like it's a habit, like it's part of us? No. It's because that's where dirty. We throw this stuff everywhere. We don't know that this area mustn't be rubbish. We just throw rubbish everywhere. I think, someone here, someone is, we call it, let me wash my hand. Are you okay? Let us just make like every household, they need to have the bin, dust bin. Teach a child. If you eat all these dirty things, we throw here. Not, we throw here. Once it's full, you take here. This is the area where we drop. Simple. That child knows. In town, in market, all of those people, they have to do like that. Everyone have to do like that. If someone doesn't do that, enforce. If he doesn't need, make sure that person pay penalty. Not say, so, and these are not being enforced because, as I said before, because of political influence. You say, if I do like this, I'm going to lose the popularity. So you just allow more decay to happen. Then every year we struggle with the same problem. Why are we trying we're stuck. Every year we're solving the same problem. So how are we going to think of going to put our own satellite to the space? How? When? When are we going to think about that? If every year we're thinking of curing people from cholera. Curing people from cholera every year. How are we going to think like, right now, this lake of ours, we need ships. How can we build ships? We can start building our own ships. We have our lake, most. We can start building our own ships. But we don't do that. We're waiting for white people to think for us, to build their ships and us to buy it from them. Paying a lot of money is something that we can also sit down, and these days is AI, most. We can do everything with AI. To sit down and design it and start building it. Build it. You don't need to build a perfect one. Start with the long one. Build it. We start upgrading. It started like this. Even those white people that you see, they are very big, huge ship. They start like the way we're doing with our canal, carving boats, something like that. They started using wood as well. But because they were consistent, they started developing. Now, instead of doing us the same thing, something that is the skills we also have, we leave our skills and we start going to buy their stuff. Are we crazy? Do we really want to be a self-reliance or to develop? We have to think about this. We really need to think about it. It's a serious matter. And this can only happen, we can only put this kind of behavior on youth once we start uh this initiative, youth initiatives, adult initiatives, all this kind at all level. We can start it. You will see our country will change. Not this thing, this small program. You say, mindset change. You're just wasting money instead of making that event to for mindset change. Because if you are talking about mindset change, you only accumulate people who already have money. They will manage to come to your hall, to your event. So what about the young ones? You leave home. You leave the future home. And you say, we had a mindset change. This is very, very important. Sugar. What is important now? The money that you are supposed to use. Open these clubs, initiatives. Teach people from at the ground level. Teach them. Right now, Malawi doesn't need a mindset change. They need a paradigm shift. Paradigm shift. Right. This is what they need. Paradigm shift. If you hear me, if you have any comments or any of your ideas, you can drop down on the comment section. Yeah, but thank you so much for watching Chance Fox Media Podcast. Please comment, share, subscribe, and stay connected. More conversation like this one coming soon. Bye.